everybody? Welcome back. Good evening. Hello, hello. We've got the final rounds of week 1 of the True Sim playoffs going on tonight. Incredible start through the first 2 rounds yesterday. Proximity was, I'd say, through the roof, but golf terminology is weird. Like, you shoot lower, which is good, instead of higher, but you know what I mean. Our proximity was crazy. We were floating a little bit around 11 feet through 36 holes, which is kind of nuts. So yeah, we'll see if we can bring it home today. I'm gonna try not to put too much pressure on. Just, you know, stick with it. Nice, easy swings. See what we can do. You know, try and be in the one shot at a time kind of mentality. We got a little under 24 hours left for the season. Speaking of which, we will have our best shots of season 2 compilation video coming out tomorrow. All the holeouts from the entirety of the season. So I'll probably have that go live at like noon tomorrow Eastern. So yeah, give it a watch. I'd appreciate it. But welcome back. SMZ Golf, what's going on? Playing some PGA? Yes, we are going to be playing some PGA this evening. We're just about to get warmed up. And then we will rock and roll with some True Sim. RJ, good evening. Welcome back. Alright, so let's I guess we'll just get warmed up with some CC. Get the swing going. All right, high winds, very firm, medium, fast. Yeah, I'm hoping we can strike the ball and get our reads down the way that we did yesterday, and then yeah, it's just about closing it out, trying to make those short mid-rangey putts. We can do that. We can go and try and put our score somewhere down closer to 60. All right, first swing of the day. Let's see what we got. Okay. Need to be a little bit left on both, but a pull open like that is gonna just make a nice little cut out of it. So a little more left on both. That's what we're looking at, yeah. I don't want to have... We're like kind of in between here, right? It's nothing too crazy. I'm gonna play the 6. I'm gonna play the 6. Just a touch short, I think. Maybe the choked 5 was the play. Hey, what's going on, Russianator? How's it going today? Okay, I gotta turn putting and approach cam off for now. We'll turn this back on once we get into True Sim. Yane, welcome back. Boost, welcome back. Watching from the shadows. Appreciate you being here, of course. Enjoy the lurk. Alright, so 65%. I'm just trying to get the visualization. And it's also about trying to get that pace. Not terrible. Difficulty we play on? So we play in like a hybrid kind of difficulty. There are 2 main difficulty settings that we play, and what I'm playing in currently is a 1.56 times multiplier. So this is on Master Swing. A lot of times we play on Legend Swing with these conditions. So it's like the assists are off, but we have the green grid and the A marker. The main rounds that we'll be playing tonight are going to take the green grid, the lie grid, and the scout cam away. And we're just gonna be all on our lonesome out there. Going for another win tonight? We are. We are indeed. We will, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Definitely gonna be a one foot in front of the other. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. You know, one shot at a time. Because you got to continue to make good reads and you got to continue to have good inputs. So like they're a little bit on the pull, but we'll definitely be dialing it in with some time. Ooh, love that quad perfect putt center cup. Hey, what's going on, Ears? Thank you for the luck. How are you doing this evening? Okay, it's a bit sideways, but I think this is one. Oh, just a touch open. I tried to get like a baby overpower power drive. Yeah, that's gonna be just a touch out there to the right because of the open. Journey to the mainland? Ooh. Safe travels. Safe travels, safe travels. I'm gonna go the next club up on this pick. Just feels like need a little bit of extra. That was the right call. I feel like I leave pick shots short a lot of the time, so happy with that. Oh, you live on an island outside of Sweden. Okay, neat. Definitely a different lifestyle. I'm in the middle of Pennsylvania, so very much so the opposite, just very landlocked. Very, very landlocked. Madden College Football and NBA 2K, so not very familiar with PGA. I have played a little bit of... I haven't played Madden in like 15 years. I played a little bit of college football last year though, and I've never played an NBA. Having a hard time. Ooh. Ooh. That came out short. Okay, so we'll have to... I gotta get that swing to finish just a little bit more to the left. Hey, good evening, Busey. How we doing today? 3 hours by boat. Is it just that far, or is it just mostly down to the size of the boat and stuff that you take? Hey, good evening, John. There we go. That's a little bit better. We just gotta get that feel going. Because if we... As well as we shot, right, through 2 rounds, we can very easily watch that all disappear if we don't have our swing all of a sudden. Right? If we're suddenly off on our swing path in contact, it's gonna be a long day. Nice putts. Nice putts. It's going well, Horrifying. How are you? Yo, JB, welcome back. Okay. Swing's starting to come together. Always takes a few. Always takes a few. Sometimes you can come out the gate and just be hitting quads, but can fly as well. Yeah, I mean, that was my assumption. I mean, I guess, you know, obviously assumptions can always be wrong. I figured that flying was probably an option, but flying tends to be a little bit more expensive. 129. I see it's a decent amount of wind, and I think that's the part. Like, this might just be right at the hole. It hung a little bit out to the right, but it's perfect distance. Got your new PC built and ready to play? Ooh. That's exciting. That's always exciting stuff. Yeah, I upgraded my computer. Crazy part, it's been a few years. I have a 3070 Ti and a 12700K, so I'm definitely a couple generations off the new stuff now. But yeah, it was probably like 3-ish years ago. But those were the first upgrades that I had done since end of 2016 when I originally built my computer. So yeah, it's always fun when you get to build or get to upgrade. A nice little draw here, following the wind. Oh, that is right on the money. Perfect. Just finished your weekend rounds on this course. Had a rough first round. Well, hopefully it ended better than it started. Spent a lot getting a 4K monitor, but you have a 4070 Super and Ryzen 5 5600X. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you're already rocking the 400 series, so definitely gonna be some nice stuff. I don't think I can get there, but I'm gonna try and overpower a power drive because this is warm-ups and YOLO. Just barely pushed it. Got the 102. I think with this uphill, I probably would have needed like 104 to climb. But again, like, this isn't a bad spot to be. Really isn't. Yo, what's going on, Matt? Welcome back. And it's 60, 60, 61, so a bit better. That's not a bad place to be. You know, when you're running the consistent double digits under par. I feel like that's always a really nice place to be. Okay, now I'm getting 2 inside. Yeah, I skimped out horrifying. So I have the 3070 Ti and I've got a 12 series, you know, i7, but I only have 1080p monitors. So, you know, and my reasoning for that is I don't stream at 4K. Yeah, I'm only streaming at 1080, so like I didn't feel like there was much need for it. That being said, as time goes on, I don't know if I'll eventually get 4K monitors or not. Just for when I'm like gaming off stream type of deal. Hey, what's going on, MJ? Suggest improving rhythm. It's always positive. Affects your putting more than your other shots. So first off, extra stats into rhythm, or you know, your putt your putt rhythm. That's gonna help. The best way that I can describe it is a smooth but committed swing. A smooth but committed swing. So you don't want to be jerking the stick forward, but you also don't want to like pause. If you're pausing at the top of at the back of your putt or the top of your swing, like that's gonna make it harder too. Like you want to have just a to the number and through, like just being committed to it, and then obviously having some extra stats helps a little bit, but that's probably the biggest thing with it is just smooth and committed. Yo, what up, D-Brad? Michael, how we doing? A guy Viso hole-in-one? I mean, we'll try and flirt with the hole a bit tonight. See if we can get one. Underswung it. On these slower greens, at least if it's not like crazy uphill, I gotta add a little bit of pace to it. I think when they're crazy uphill, I don't need to. We got burnt by that last night, where we added some. All right, here's the hole-in-one time. Here's the hole-in-one time, Michael. We've got a pretty good number for it, right? No, of course I closed it. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. May have been too short anyway. But that was helping absolutely nobody. Ooh, go in. Hey, what up, Santina? How you been? Guard Cat, what's up? Popping in to drop a like. Hope you have a blessed day. I appreciate that. Hope all is well with you. Good 165 hertz, 144, 1440p monitors for sub 200. Still overpriced. Yeah, like I just didn't feel at the time like I had a need for it, so I just avoided it. But maybe it's something that I'll consider in the future. I think it all just kind of depends on where things go with streaming. If I decide that I want to have that, you know, if just how I spend my time on my computer and whatnot too, I think is a big piece of that. 98. Yeah, it's still a big down kick. That's one that I should have either tried to chip it short of the green, or realistically I should have super flopped it, but I was trying to give myself a chance to run it by. How often do I flop shot, Matt? It depends situationally, like if I feel like I need a score or if I want to try and go for it. If I'm just going for the safe, guaranteed up and down play, and I'm like near side, but can't really comfortably putt it, I'm gonna go with the super flop. It's too good. Once it starts to get a little bit further, that question becomes very situational. 1080p 60, yeah, that's absolute minimum. That is absolute minimum. Professional photographer following you on Instagram, so that's exciting. He's got 65,000 followers on YouTube. Been chatting on Instagram, trying to get some points from him to improve your photography. That's awesome, Busey. Yeah, man. I mean, if you've got those sorts of connections and whatnot, yeah, take advantage. Ah, that got up there a little far. I was thinking we were gonna land a bit shorter. Shots seem quicker than usual. Yeah, I'm just getting warmed up. So we're playing in an event that doesn't mean anything to us. When the time comes, then we will focus up. Yeah, just playing a little bit of, and I guess we're kind of moving through this faster than normal, so maybe we'll play one more, or like 9 holes or something, just something to get the, something to make sure that the thumbs are loose, so to speak, because that's ultimately our goal. Is the bowl on the left actually the play? I think it might be. Kick it hard left to right. A little deep though. I just felt like the right to left in front of the hole was not giving us the potential to ace it. Slow. Getting back into the game, taking advantage of the practice weeks. 18 under after 2 on CC. Been a while since you played. Hey, I mean, I always say a good goal is double digits. So like, if you're in a situation where you take time off and you're just off of that double digits per round, that's not a bad place to be. Could not think of a name. Okay, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Okay, I think this is gonna be like pretty close. Elevation took a bit out of the wind. Oh, and we hit the... That's the worst. That's the worst, when you hit the fairway instead of the green. Especially because here, I think it's like... I think the green is very firm. Or rather, the fairway is very firm. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. We are just trying to get the swing dialed in, make sure everything feels good. So honestly, we're cruising along a bit. Because I will say that the hardest part for me when playing like warm-up rounds where I don't have anything to like actually care about is having the like true focus that I need. So like we're not really learning anything on the putter. Yeah, everything for me right now is just okay, how's the swing feel? Which it is what it is. Swing is a big piece of our game. Because ultimately, if we can have a good approaching day here, we're gonna just give ourselves a lot of opportunities to score. Okay, this is full on just bombs away. Push open, nice. Fortunately, it's not a crazy left to right camber. Okay, so now we've got some opportunities. 4-iron. Ball's a little below the feet, not a ton. It's not really where like the wind is gonna bring it back. It's just gonna hold it. Let it drift up the hill here. Nice baby cut. Not bad. That first kick though was huge. That first kick was so big, which now makes this putt there we go. There we go. Get a little eagle going. Obviously, we're well off the leaders here, but a lot of that is down to it being just warm-ups for us. Very curious to see what season 2 brings. You know, how much are they actually going to change? Obviously, our swing technically is going to just naturally get a little bit more forgiving. That was gross misread. 3% underswing. A pretty good line too. Yeah, you just gotta focus a little bit more on the actual round. Okay. So I will admit that our warm-ups have gotten a little bit quicker. But I think a lot of that boils down to like I need to have something to care and focus on, and I don't actually care all that much in like just a warm-up round. So maybe it would be better for me to sweat out a warm-up round on like the ranked tours, so at least it's incentivizing me to do a little bit more. Because that doesn't, what I've come to learn about myself is like I need, I guess, motivation, I guess would be the like best way to describe it. Which I think is part of why I don't play like a ton of society rounds like some people do. Some people just grind out societies and whatnot, but like I have to have like an actual like desire to do well. Which I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Don't look at the scores. Don't look at the scores. I don't want to know. I don't want to know where the leaders are. So for recap, through 2 rounds, we have shot a pair of 16 unders with the disgusting proximity. 11.9 feet and 10.7 feet. Pair of 16 unders, only one eagle. I saw a lot of people had like 3 or 4 eagles through the first 2 rounds. We have 1. But we were just able to convert birdies on a lot of the holes and just keep hitting it close. We're going to try and repeat that on the weekend here. Trying to keep expectations low, we will try and focus in and see what sorts of shots we can hit. But at the end of the day, we got to be happy with how we've been playing. But it's going to be tough to repeat and bring it home. But we'll see what we can do. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break because we got to get rid of the pre-rolls. It was, yeah, a little bit quicker of a warm-up today. We'll try and find the right balance on that, because I know that it's going to just end up shortening streams, and people are going to expect me to have started my rounds not this early. So just for the sake of some consistency, that's something that we'll keep in mind for the rest of the week. But appreciate y'all being here already. If you're interested in voting on some, variety content that we'll be playing in a couple of weeks here, hop in the Discord. It is pinned in the suggestions channel. But yeah, we'll be back in 2 minutes, and then we'll get going with rounds 3 and 4 and see what we can do here.
It's raining!
Ads. All right. Only 3 pars in 2 rounds. What, that's 32 out of 36. And then we had the bogey. Yeah, 3 pars, 1 bogey, 1 eagle, and 32 birdies. So yeah, it's going to be a tough act to follow. But let's, I don't know, we're going to have to act like it didn't happen. It's a clean slate here. Let's see what we can do. What's going on, Darby? What mode? So this is a society. The society is playing on some custom difficulty restrictions, so it's swing stick. It's leaning closer to legend swing, like legend difficulty. It's master swing, but we have no help. We have just the yardage book. There's no scout cam, there's no lie grid, there's no green grid. See your Happy Gilmore quote? Maybe? I've only seen Happy Gilmore a couple of times, so my quote knowledge is not great. Alright, we're playing from the tips here. Medium wins. Firm, medium, fast. Okay, so firm greens, which I think is a little bit firmer than what we've had. We'll have to factor that in, but medium fast is still that 137 green speed, so hopefully we can, hopefully our eyes, our brain, you know, is seeing putts the way that we did yesterday. We were definitely aided by proximity, so that's where we start. We start by trying to get that proximity again. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a little fade. We're gonna hug it up the left-hand side, and yeah, let's see what we can do. Ooh. Poll closed. Okay, so we did not have... That's not a great spot. Did not have a great situation there. And we're not really gonna have a great situation here either. So the reason... no, I can't. I gotta play it. Gotta just bite the bullet here. I gotta play myself to a... Gotta play myself to some sort of full wedge and just try and get up and down for birdie. First swing, really off the mark. I'm sure that's just sitting down, grabbing the controller again. Hopefully we'll dial into something a little bit better here. Okay, so firm. I probably want to get to like 96, 97. It defaulted me to a partial. Oh, that's a lucky. We take it. Okay. Not how you draw it up, but get away with one. Yeah, the fairway kick. The fairway kick is what makes that one possible. Sometimes lucky. Sometimes lucky. Can't compete with that, D-Red. Yeah, that's the last thing that's the last thing anybody needs is me getting lucky eagle hole out. Yeah, what up, Casey? Alright, so ball's below the feet, wind coming back. It's gonna go like a touch left because it's uphill. Little loft. Another one of those fairway kicks. It's on the right line. It's on the right line. All right, let's take a putt. Let's take a putt. Okay. All right. We'll take that. 3 under through 2. What's the tee lie percent? An inexplicable tee shot. Wasn't sure if it was like fairways. Tee lie percent is always 100. That being said, tee boxes aren't necessarily flat. So you can have tees with like the angle being wrong, but they're 100% on the tee box. Oh, that's a nice baby cut right at it. I don't think we're gonna get the release though. So yeah, you gotta be mindful of like if the ball is above or below your feet, and you'll see you'll notice it because your swing like bias, right, will be like the lie will show up. You know, that'll feel funky, but yeah, it's 100% lie. I'm just gonna hit this firm because I don't really... Wow. I did underswing that by 2% compared to what I wanted to. That's just one that I couldn't really... Like, I saw it was like a touch, but I thought maybe it was a touch above my feet, and I'm gonna... Gonna hammer it home. Basically got the start of that putt wrong. But I suppose, like, if I didn't really know what it was doing at the start, probably should have aired on the side of a little bit of left break, but I didn't see that much happening. Slope like that, because you had the ball land 4 yards shorter than aim with quad 1-on-1 perfect and barely any headwind. I mean, the other thing, I guess, is maybe a misread on the wind. Right, like that would be the other possibility. Gotta go a little bit. Speaking of, I gotta go a little D-lofty. Not 97% underswing. Or yes, 97% underswing, because the wind kind of was moving a little bit, and I guess I like ended up de-lofting it and ended up having too much of like a diagonal. Okay. Gotta make those. Gotta make those. I mean, really gotta make the last one too, but yeah, can't miss too many of those this week. But I gotta make sure that I'm finishing my swing. The 98% that we had on the first hole was because it was defaulted to 98% and I didn't reset it. But the underswing, that's just from not completing my swing. Like that. You've got to just make sure you bring it all the way back. Six feet, but there's some work left to be done. Breaking away from me. It's a little bit and then a lot of it. %. What's going on, Veritas? Draw will go longer, cut shorter. Not really in this game. In real life, yes. This game, unfortunately, does not quite fully respect those physics. Okay, clutched it up. Clutched it up. The rhythm's a touch off, that doesn't matter. The big thing there was that we nailed the power drive, which is going to give us a chance to go after this one in 2. I'll stick with the regular little draw. We're going to have to hang it a little bit around this tree. I don't want to hit it. So we'll be somewhere around there. I'm gonna play a choke shot though, actually with a little bit of loft as well. Play the nice little draw, chase it back there. Pull that a little bit long, but we've got an eagle putt. Got an eagle putt. 17 feet, breaking left to right. So it's below, it's more below. Yeah, it looks like the last like half of the putt is maybe a little bit, was it 58%? It was like a little bit below the feet. But it's that last half that's breaking more. Ah, just a little under red. Just a little bit under red. Easy 2-putt birdie. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. It puts us at 6 through 6. Is there a good place to be here? Probably a choke tee shot. Ooh, that's hanging a little bit more left than I would be comfortable with. It's gonna work out. Just a little bit of what you would call aggressive line. Dang. Perfect distance, but yeah, definitely misread the wind there. Felt like it was gonna peel back a lot more to the right. Okay, so we've got ball below the feet, breaking a little more as it gets towards the cup. Quite bright. Just trying to like gauge this one. There's the break of it behind the hole. I added a touch more, was not needed. But yeah, definitely like lose out on that shot because I don't put it. I get the distance right. I don't get the left to right. 224 yards. Okay, I can take this shot and land it back here, and then that's uphill and we're not getting there. So I'm gonna need to take my choked hybrid. That being said, I think I can realistically only play this like slightly lofted and just see what happens. I underswung it. We're gonna land on the green, or on the fairway, which is gonna give a bigger kick. That's a tough pin and distance. That's a very tough pin and distance. 7 yards. We got 21 footer. It's definitely well below my feet early, breaking the whole way. I'm gonna hit it. It's from the fairway. I feel like this is one that like 55% is gonna kind of grab and start the line inside, and then it's drifting the whole way. I'm gonna give it plenty of break. Had I hit that with the right pace, it would have been interesting to see. Would have been interesting to see. Okay, that's a tough hole. That's a tough hole. No matter how well I'm playing on any given day, I don't know that we're ever gonna have large amounts of success with that one. All right, we're gonna play this a little bit more towards the left side, and this is gonna be just a choke down, bumped out driver. Try and leave ourselves a fuller wedge. I just never really want to be, depending on where the wind is and stuff, I don't really like being inside of like 95 yards. Hey, how's it going, Jamie? Balls below the feet. Closed it. Again, it's not terrible, it's just a little shorter and a little bit more left. Feet. Okay. Man. Stressful. Those are stressful. Crazy how we're playing on those settings. It's a lot of practice and just a lot of kind of knowing what you're looking for. I can try and hug like a little draw here. Actually, you know what? Let's not be dumb. Let's not be dumb. We have this. I don't know why I've been neglecting to use it. I can create the angle that I want. Get the choke 3-wood out there. Missing on the right side. Yeah, but like you still have to make the putts, right? Like that's also a key part of it. FIFA fan, thank you for the follow. I mean, distance control, even on the misses, the distance control has been pretty good. A lot of it has been, you know, just the ensuring that we're a little bit closer. But like, this is not an easy putt just because we're close. Joaquin Flores, thank you very much for the YouTube sub. So like, there's a ton of break in this. Ton of break in this short putt. So it's really about knowing like, okay, well, what kind of line is it gonna start on, right? You're just envisioning like, how is it gonna come off the putter face? And sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. It's just giving yourself enough chances and trying to make it enough times. Veritas, thank you very much for the 10 jewel GG. That was a mouthful. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're taking 3-wood. We're taking 3-wood. I think some would tackle this in a way where you're just hitting driver and bombing it down. I am 100% just trying to find fairway at a comfortable wedge distance. it's one thing to hit a part, like, I already think a partial is too many variables for how I like to play it. But then on True Sim, where you can't even see where your A marker is when you're partialing and you're just trying to guess. So I'm going to try and take something that is 100% swing. I can manipulate some stuff on distance, you know, and drop it into 4 to 6 feet and just try and make the putt. Because you may not have a lot of information in this mode, but if you can have not a lot of information but be closer, just statistically you're gonna be more likely. So like I'm gonna hit a nice little cut here. Ooh, this is a little bit too far to the right. That's not good. See, like, so there's a mistake. I'm not as far to the right as I think I'm gonna be. Now instead of having a shot from the fairway, I'm in a really awkward spot. I'm in a really awkward spot. Gonna have to like throw some loft and stuff on this, probably play it a little bit left of target. I left the face open. That's gonna be awkwardly in the bunk. Yeah, so, oh wow, lucky kick. It's not a putt, but like the combination of all of those things is suddenly not very good. I think in a situation like this, I should just play it safe. Should just play it safe. I mean, that's a little bit shorter, obviously, than I'd like it to be. But you know, I'm not super comfortable with chipping, so like there I shouldn't try and get aggressive, chip it, miss it, you know, and then suddenly be given a potential bogey. A little bit open, but the wind is coming from that side and we're center enough on the fairway aim. Just don't really want to be hitting it open with the water on the right there on the approach. Well, this is an easier week, to be fair, FIFA fan. Just distance-wise, I feel like we have a lot of gettable stuff. But yeah, we definitely have a lot of experience. All right, I'm just gonna hit the 5-iron, and yeah, let it play how it may, because we're definitely gonna go long. But I figure just throw it onto the front of the green, and then whatever the putt is. Right, that's the thing. That's the thing, D-Brad, is like the green conditions are pretty tame. And the course sets itself up for, yeah, a lot of just lay back to like 60-degree to 50-degree wedge shots. Even on these conditions, like your pitching wedge isn't gonna go crazy far. Yeah, so yeah, there's definitely a lot in it this week. There are a few longer par 3s, or like at least the one par 3 comes to mind. You know, some stuff to make you think a little bit. Okay, it's a 54%. It's going down. It's yelling timber. It's gonna break right to left. See if we can make an eagle. No! Alright, we'll take the bird. Almost had it. Oh, is Woody Harrelson for a second, Zanuck? Nope, just a knockoff. Just a knockoff. Pin locations next to the water. Yeah, because it becomes very mental too, right? Like, suddenly there's fear. But would you prefer this? It's 182 to the front. 192. It's I'm gonna play some of this. And it's like we're going at it, but everything looks like it feeds to the left. Very narrow for a 6-iron. Gonna stick up here because the greens are slow. Yeah, that's an awkward one. Can't say I didn't see it coming. Can't say I didn't see it coming. Alright, well, what's the... This is your inexplicable shot, D-Brad? Came up 4 yards short. I mean, the crosswind there's probably playing like 3 yards, just stock. I mean, it depends on what shape you're playing. I lofted it, or I put the attack angle up. Uphill cuts. I mean, it's only 4 foot, though. I don't know. It is a weird shaped hole and stuff, too, so it could be something with the measurement. Woody Harrelson was pretty funny. I think so, too, Riley. You're reading that crosswind as 1 to 2 yards max? Leaning towards 1? Nah. Nah, because if it's like... So let me take a look-see here. If it's like 6, you're taking a 6-iron. You're taking a 6-iron in that, like, if the tee is from back here, I guess the problem is I don't know exactly where the green is, or the tee box is. Tee box is here, so a little bit to the left. So 6-mile-an-hour wind, if it's like on a 45, I'm playing it as 6. At this, I'm playing it like half of that. So like I would be playing this as like a 3-mile-an-hour. Now as it's rotating back up, then that, you know, it's a small thing anyway. Yeah, but if you're playing any loft into it and stuff, that's gonna affect things too. That looks like it's above my feet. So does that mean we've got a double break? Just off the top and then the latter half of it is breaking the other way? Let's see here. So if it's 47%, that was almost such a good read from up there. Some similarities regarding the strategy. So IRL, I'm not good, but that's mostly experience based. Like I'm just really bad with the golf club in my hand. I'm like a 27 handicap or so IRL. My best round's a 93, but a good day is like breaking 100. But I picked up, yeah, it's way easier to be consistent in a video game. My ball striking is not all that great IRL. Okay, so light rough could be rough if we don't get a good lie out of this. Or if we get too good. I need something mediocre. That works. Slow down. Go in the hole. I wanted the albatross. I wanted the albatross so badly. Hey, thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Viva fan. 181 yards back there. Yeah, it's kind of like just let the wind play and feed us. I closed it. Closed it. I say I don't think we're gonna get like some crazy kick straight back to the right. Left to right. Again, this is like with the way things are, you just gotta do like a baby little super flop, feel it out. Just try not to give anything back is really all you're looking for. Time of the course, easily play bogey golf for better. Yeah, well, and the thing is, so I played one round after 8 months off. Like a month and close to 2 months ago, right? Now, the thing is, let me find my last round played. So I shot 111. Shot 111 after 8 months off. But I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single bogeys and 2 pars. So, right? Is that the right count? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I had 5 singles. So 7 of the 18 holes, I was playing better than bogey golf. So it's like I know it's there. It's the triples and quads and like all of the feel shots. I had no feel for. You know what I mean? There were so many holes where it was just like, uh-oh. There were so many holes where it was like close to being, yeah, I had a chance, but then like terrible little chips and mostly pitches and, you know, 3-putting, 4-putting stuff. And it was like, cool. You know, I had it where I was like, okay, up and down for par on a par 5. And I think I like pitched it way long, 3-putt and like took a double. And I was like, seems stressed. Well, I mean, win is on the line depending on how we play. Wow, that lie demolished. That lie demolished me. Getting super defensive with these, but it's like, oh, come on. I feel like you have to be to a certain extent. Like when you're near side like that, trying to chip is gonna be bad. Like you have to try and defend. Approach lie on 17 consistently more than appeared to you. Yeah, that was pretty strong. And then like the wind is in the same direction and stuff, so that's what's tough there. Okay, I'm gonna play the choked fade shot here. The big reason being I wanna have the 60 degree in hand for a front pin if I can help it. I have to play it a little long and spin it back, so be it. This is 56. This is fine. Okay. Okay, still a 13. Still a 13. We had 16 on the first rounds, but again, like, D-Brad is the closest one to us. We put another 2 strokes on him. Rio is the other one to worry about. I think Rio is probably playing a little bit later, so that's still strong. I'm a Pennsylvania guy, FIFA. Originally from Philly suburbs. So, big Philly sports guy. Okay, Stando's still playing. Stando playing well too. Stando playing well too. He's only 3 back. He's only 3 back. Not quite over yet? No. But creating separation is obviously a big piece of it. So score on the round, 13 under, Matt. So at 16, 16, 13. North Don. From Oxford. Rings a bell. Oxford, PA. Okay, that's out west. That's out west. Yeah, I was like an hour north. Oxford down. Is that Delco or Chester? That might be a little bit outside of Delco. That's Chester. That's Chester. My roommate freshman year of college was from Media. Ever tried the DualSense Edge? No, I can't. I can't justify spending $200 to try it out. So I stick. This is the same PS5 controller that came with my console when I bought it like 3.5 years ago. Which sounds like from most people that's a long life. Sounds like that is long life for a controller. All right. Before we hop into round 4, yeah, the NFL. I don't think that would go so well. I don't think that would go so well, Nari. I don't even know how you would swing with that. Do they read do you have to like turn the steering wheel and adjust the pivot at the same time? Is that how you create a golf swing? What's going on, man? Welcome back for 21 months. Thank you for choosing to use your Prime sub over here. I greatly appreciate it. We'll never know. We won't. It's a mystery. Same mic for over 10 years now? My mic is 8.5 years old. Still have your pin? Yeah, this is an 8.5-year-old Blue Yeti. Alright, we're gonna take a quick 2-minute break. And when we get back, we will lock and load into round 4. Hopefully we can tap into a little bit more of how the first 2 rounds went. We'll see how it goes. Hey, what's going on, Tony? Got the road to the Master PGA Tour game because of my videos? Make it look way easy? Well, technically, Tony, you're playing a different game. I mean, golf is golf, but you are playing a different game. Like, this is 2K, you're playing the EA. But, yeah, what up, young gat? All right, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I don't know why these are the 2 fingers we're holding up, but we're going with it. 2 minutes, and then we'll be back. Round 4. Don't miss it. I'm clapping and I just walk away. Roll the ads.
It's raining.
Ads. All right. Let me reconfigure this a little bit because it's not really been ideal. Trying to figure out some like setup stuff with my OBS. I like want to put extra things in, but it's just not as configurable as I was hoping. All right, final round. They're moving us up a tee box, giving us medium wins for the 4th round. Southeast, firm, fast. Okay. So things are going to break more, roll a little bit. We're gonna have it's gonna be even more important that we get it close. So there's only a small group of people that compete for winning those events on the highest difficulty. So yeah, technically speaking, this event right now we're pretty late in the season, so the numbers are a bit lower. There are 56 people playing in this. TrueSim is one where not as many people play. So like if I go back to like the US Open, there were 77 people that played. That being said, there were only 5 people within 6 strokes of the leader that week, and the next closest was another 10 strokes back. And like this week through 2 rounds, there are 5 people within 5 strokes of the lead, and then the next is 3 strokes back. 2 more at 1 stroke further behind that. Like it does fall off pretty quickly. Depends on the week, depends on the setup. Like you're gonna get some different situations. But yeah, on a given week, I think it's fair to say that there are only a handful of people truly competing for the win. Stando, what's going on? Vandy, how we doing? Okay. Swing is good for round 4. We managed to find Eagle the unconventional way with the hole out last round. Lose it playing True Sim? Even more than the course of real life. Yeah, you gotta take your time with it. You gotta know your own limitations. You know, slow yourself down when you can. Ah, Ryan, thank you for the YouTube sub. Alright, so we've got ball slightly below the feet, fairly flat, wind's moving just a little bit. Probably somewhere out here. Now the real question becomes, if it lands back here 12 yards, I think I'm going to play the choked 4. I know it's firm and fast, but I feel like the... I feel like the 5-iron is not going to be enough. And it is not enough because we've got steep slope. So now we've got a 22-footer. Like, I can't take a full 4, but not knowing how steep of a slope we've got coming up, that's tough. All right, do we have any biases on this? Not really. It's saying about a little bit of a left to right movement, so we're gonna play for that little left to right movement. Just a hair. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. I did the thing where I freaking pause at the top of my swing because I don't feel comfortable on the pace. Ah, what a waste. What a freaking waste. How does it blow by that much? How does it blow by that much? They put that much... Okay, don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. Okay, so what happens there? What happens there, I get so focused on the power that I'm trying to hit, and I don't feel comfortable with it. And so what I end up doing is I have a big tendency to, if I'm not comfortable with a pace, I kind of pause at the top of my swing, and it just completely screws the power. And so there I ended up underswinging by 2%. Like, I didn't even get the number. And on top of that, yeah, you have the extra percentage loss on the power. So that's why I always talk about, like, you need to have a smooth but committed downswing. So we'll just try and make it up here. Because again, it is a par 5. It is, you know, what should be more scoreable. But at the end of the day, it's just the one hole. Like, we just have to put that behind us and play everything else out. Wii Golf's better, Meeclat? You think so? 148 yards. Glad I did not underswing it. That was the main concern. Otherwise, hopefully I have a chance. Really tough hole location, especially considering it gets moved up to firm and fast. But what happened, Stando? I know you were saying about being in the lead on Plat through 2 and getting the rounds in before the new season started. Does not sound like things held up on the weekend for you, unfortunately. %47%. No. The faster greens. I even like compensated a little bit more, but the faster greens are going to be tough here to adjust to all of a sudden. Just got done raging a lot at Siege. Nice to see some calm gameplay. We're trying to keep it calm. We're definitely trying to keep it calm. Golf is not the game that I want to be getting ragey with. That is way further right than I thought I was gonna be. Hot dang. Golf's the one you gotta keep because you have there's so many holes. So many holes, so many opportunities. You gotta stay focused. Gotta stay focused, gotta stay just in the moment. Right? Take advantage of your opportunities. I'm gonna restart the capture card. I always forget to do this. The audio starts to desync over time. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, you have to stay in every shot. Try and block out the noise, stay focused. If something doesn't go your way, that's golf. You know, you miss an input, you make a mistake on something. You just gotta find the ways to rebound. Okay, we're putting in the distance control, but it's these. It's these on a new green speed. You're tapping it. This is gonna be a stressful 18 holes. This is gonna be a stressful 18 holes. This is a good game, AJ. I agree. I agree. I do enjoy. I'm gonna play a little bit of a cut out here towards the bunkers. Hey Baron, how's it going? Okay, good drive. Similarities to real life? Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about keeping your cool. You know, just trying to stay calm under pressure, navigate your way through stuff. Okay, we're gonna play this a little bit differently. Oh. Open face is not good. I was trying to kind of bound it up the right-hand side here towards the green. I guess we're gonna try and guess we gotta try and flop it out of here. This became a little bit more awkward than I had hoped. to left. Too long, it's out of the heavy rough. Dang, making a mess of the par fives. Making an absolute mess of the par fives. Dang, 2 pars. Ah, man. Seems so much more involved than 2K23. Have you tried the 2K25 demo? The diagonal swing is definitely a big switch up in this game. I played choke just to be safe. Closed. I don't love that. Bad. Crazy part is I don't feel like I'm like choking necessarily, but there's the other side. Gosh darn it. Green speeds are tricky. Dynamic swing a little bit, but you can make it a little bit more. So it's diagonal based on you have a swing bias, either draw or fade that you pick. But there's a difficulty setting that allows the lie to determine. So like the ball's above your feet, you're gonna have more of a natural draw that you have to hit. Below your feet, fade, and so you have to make the. You know, you can shape the shots to make your swing feel more the same, but then you've got to, you know, compensate. I gotta just add more. Gotta just add more. I'm not, man. These fast greens, if I'm not putting it close, these fast greens are just chewing me up. I'm gonna try and like hit this 4-iron to bounce short and then run back. It's so tough because I feel like if I try and hit my, it's just the right, this hole is just the right distance for my 3 hybrid to be awkward. It's really all it is. Yeah, I don't know. Awkward distance the last 2. Yeah, you have the left one that's short, and then that one just kind of in between. Yeah, really didn't really have anything comfortable in either of those. I just can't find the putts. The green speed jump plus the hole locations. Pro difficulty ranked, so you do understand the details as far as that goes. Yeah, this game is definitely an adjustment in certain regards. Some of the stuff is very familiar, but being able to execute and make some of the adjustments definitely different. Come on. Keep working back to the left. Nope, just long. Just long gone. First rounds were easy. I do not have a good feel for this final round. And like this game is so momentum based, right? Like we didn't get out to a strong start in this round, and so feel like I'm constantly on the back foot against the setup. Three under going out, 2 pars on par 5s. Gonna need a heck of a back 9 here now. Yeah. Should hopefully be better distance. No, it just hung so far out to the right. So everything I'm looking at is at a further proximity, but then it's this. You know what I mean? It's just these sweeping right to lefters that I just, for the life of me, I'm not seeing. Everything jumps off low, and then if I aim more, I miss high. Yeah, D-Brett, like, it's... yeah. Like, I knew you... obviously, I knew you said about, like... you still had the last round, but, like, I also didn't want to... you know, you never want to count your chickens before they hatch, right? Like, I know full well that you have to show up for 4 rounds. And the weeks that I lose are typically 3 good rounds with 1 round that I just, for one reason or another, struggle. And a lot of times for me, like, obviously proximity is a thing, but, like, the first rounds, you know, we're just having a lot of these types of putts and being able to hold them. But when you up the green speed after not, you know, my brain is just not, it's just not translated. Like, for whatever reason, everything is just breaking. Like, and I can't seem to adapt to it. Like, it's faster. It's not that much faster. Playing this one more left. May have been the push open. I mean, I guess there's always the possibility. That's heavy rough. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's gone. Yeah, I've given up. That's why I don't chip. That right there is the big reason why I don't chip. Okay, so we're gonna hit a straight one just so we can watch this break. And of course that one goes in the hole. Screw you. Less rhythm in the stick, too much thinking. Well, yeah, I mean, that is another piece of it, right? Like, and that's I think, part of the momentum conversation. You know, when things are flowing and going, well, you're not really thinking about it. I mean, you are thinking about it, but, you know, it's that type of thing where you're in a good state. Things are going your way and your brain is, you know, your brain is riding all the good decisions. Left the face open. Okay. There's just so much break, and it's like... I guess we'll try and get the 50. I guess we'll just try and get the 50, because 6 under through the last 5 holes is going to be a tough ask. Especially considering countback is not in our favor. I probably need to overhit this too. Because knowing my luck, this is going to be uphill. Oh. Okay, that's 50. Just see what we can get to. Just see what we can get to. It was just not a good round, especially out the gates. Such a deflation of emotion when nothing's going right. Hey, what's going on, Ricky? I mean, we can still finish strong. We can still finish strong. I could not read these Read these greens. I also think the change to medium winds got to us a little bit. I think it was like a combination of things, like misread some of the winds. And I suppose if we hit a hole in one here, all of a sudden we have a chance. Zexy, hello. Scott, thank you very much for the sub. Only change between this and round 3 should be the fast greens. Pins in wind direction. Yeah, it's just for, you know, reading the winds a little bit wrong, and then, you know, some tougher pin placements with faster greens. Like it's kind of like the 1-2 punch. It's that little bit of 1-2 punch of like, it's a little quicker, but the pins are a little bit steeper and we were just off the mark. So, you know, you add everything up and it's not ideal. Double breaker, love that, because then I know nothing about how this is gonna play. Hate it. Tell me, look like Woody Harrelson, Evan? Yes. Many times. In fact, I think you're the third. I think this is the third time tonight. I got nothing against it. I'll take the compliment. Yeah, there's a reason why all my bios just say about a knockoff Woody Harrelson. Hey, how's it going, Jordan? .121 yards. I left the face open. That could be danger. No, it's just out to the right, though. Putting's on point. I appreciate that. I mean, like, we tend to be flirting with the hole every time. It's just on putts like this. You know, sometimes we're really dialed to a green speed, and other times, other times it's very easy to get out of sync with it and just be close but never in. And sometimes you make the adjustment. Sometimes you make the adjustment. Really crappy start, man. It sucks because we could have definitely stayed ahead. Shots are magnificent, Ricky. Thank you. Yeah, Eagle hole out for the lead. I don't know about the win because I would expect Rio to do some damage. I would expect Rio to do some damage, but we'll try our best here. That's a little bit more right than I'd like. It's even more right than I'd like. That's gonna squeak through. Just barely. Okay. This is eagle hole out for the lead. Does it say 54 under, Sean? Yes. This is round 4 of the tournament, but we shot 16, 16, 13. What's that math? 16, 16, 32, 45. So I guess we're technically only 9 under on this round. This was a really bad round by comparison. But just couldn't quite dial in the way that I needed to. All right, we hit it. We're just a little bit to the right. We're gonna need a kick to the left to hole it out. And we got a little bit of one. Well played, D-Brad. Well played. They made it interesting. 700 in the last 6 holes, but that 7 par streak through the middle. That 7 par streak through the middle really, really stings. Really stings. That was just, I couldn't get anything going. We parred 2 par 5s going out. Pieced it together at the end, but it was like bad positioning, couldn't make a putt. Our putting stats were probably horrific on round 4. Putting stats were probably absolutely horrific on round 4, because I don't even think on some of the holes that our proximity was that bad. Did miss some greens though. We'll see how it all shakes out. So we technically lose on countback. We at least outlast Stando, but I don't know. I feel like Rio's got a decent shot at it. Rio's got a decent shot at it. I think it really comes down to that round 3. Let's look at the final round, because that's kind of the big crux. So, like, still good proximity. Yeah, 50% one putt. We made one, probably like 2 putts, right? 2 out of 10 from long range, but we missed 2 inside 10 feet. Whereas, yeah, I guess we missed 2 there. But we were only 0 for 3 and. What is the proximity for this tournament? 12.3 feet. Ew. Ew. Not as disgusting as the 10.7 we had in round 2. But yeah, that's still pretty nasty. Still pretty nasty on the overall. But that's where, okay, so that's where we drop. That's where we drop. Yeah, we were only 5th in the medium putting category. We just had really good approaches, but when we were a little bit further away, didn't make as many long, didn't make as many medium. Yeah, we have those going up at the top of the game, and we're running away. Par 5s did you capitalize on? I mean, I normally do 2. I mean, so on the final round there, so I had a couple of par 5s through this tournament that I didn't capitalize on. Some was getting out of position off of the tee. The big thing on that round, like, to start, I tried to play what I thought was, like, the correct shot. I tried to give myself a chance to, like, run it up. Realistically, I probably should have just, like, planted it in the bunker, taken a big pick shot, and tapped it in for birdie and moved on. But I, like, tried to open up my potential for an eagle. And so, like, instead of just putting myself on the green long and away, like, I think the fast greens with the tuck pin, like, I definitely made the wrong play there. I don't know what the right one is. I'm trying to kind of bounce it up to the right and maybe leave myself like a short little chip or super flop. I end up leaving myself like a 20-yard flop shot to a nearsighted pin, end up running it past 2 putt. Par 3, 4, and 5 average score would be nice stats to add. You're saying like overall, or like just I guess you're just your individual scoring. I definitely missed out on the eagle opportunities in this tournament. I only had 4, but I feel like there are a lot of people up at the top that had a lot of eagles early on. Yeah. We made up for it later. One of those is courtesy of a lucky eagle hole-out shot. Average strokes on par 5. Yeah, my par 5 scoring was pretty bad this week. I don't know. Trying to think of what stats are available on TGC, because I don't think my latter round scorecards show yet, right? It's just going to show me my first 2. Yeah, so I scored. I parred hole 6 in round 1, but then I had birdie, and eagle. So through the first 2 rounds, I was averaging 4 strokes. That last round, I parred 1 and 6. Yeah, I probably averaged over 4 on that. But yeah, hole 16. That is that the long par 3? The long par, whatever hole that was, maybe it was earlier, but that long par 3 with the I'm blanking on it. That it was like in between, was it hole 8? Yeah, like in between the 3 hybrid and my 4 iron, like that was just really awkward. This is a 12-yard gap from the 4 iron to my choked 3 hybrid. And you're sitting these front pins, or you're sitting at like right at kind of like, was it like 224? And it's like, oh, I'm hitting a hybrid in. Just, it's weird stuff. Archetype the same on 25, like Powerhouse, Greensman, Woodsman, all that. Similar. Powerhouse is the same name, but they have, it's Powerhouse, Greenskeeper, Magician, Sculptor, and Technician. Those are the 5 on this game. They play effectively. It's kind of similar setups. I think they mostly just renamed them. They're kind of similar in like how they bias their traits out. They just changed it how the actual stats are paired off, I believe. Speaking of, we should claim that locker code that they posted and then took down the tweet of. I'm not really certain why they did that. I don't know why they pulled it, but let's see if it still works. Apparently it gives you pants. Playoff time. You go, boss. Pants. Neat. Oops, I don't want to redeem it again. I want to back out. So speaking of playoff time, we will be streaming our Plat playoff rounds tomorrow. We've got rounds 1 and 2 tomorrow, 3 and 4 on Thursday, so be sure to be there for that. If you're watching over on YouTube, drop a like, helps me out immensely. Drop a sub to find your way back here in the future. We stream Monday through Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's the normal go live time, and then anywhere between 8:30 and 9 o'clock is when the actual competitive rounds normally kick off. So that's the normal flow of things around here. If you are watching on YouTube on the vertical stream, just as a heads up, we do have a horizontal option on YouTube and on Twitch, just in case you prefer that. But if you prefer vertical, that is completely fine. Either way, happy to have you here. Use the code haven't received the pants yet. That's what I've heard, but I figured I'd claim them. I don't know if they'll show up tomorrow, or if it's, I don't know what's going on over there. I'm sure stuff getting prepped for the season 3 release tomorrow. you know, probably has things a little bit funky. But yeah, season 3 launches tomorrow. I'm gonna have our best shots of, you know, all our holeouts of season 2. Gonna put them in a little bit of a montage and have them post like 14 hours from now. So hopefully you'll check that out and enjoy it. But yeah, we're gonna get wrapped up here for the evening. I know it was a little bit shorter of a stream, combination of the warm-up was quicker and then the rounds kind of went with a little bit of pace, but that'll give me some time to get the final edits and thumbnail and everything made, get it uploaded, and then I'm gonna get to bed. It's freaking hot in here, man. It is toasty in this room. All right, we're gonna raid a homie. All right, so he hangs out here. I've known the man for like 8+ years. It is not golf, but it's an old buddy of mine. He is playing. I think he's in just chatting right now. He's doing a subathon, so he's going for 24 hours. And I believe they're just getting started for the stream today. So go say hi to Zach. Hopefully you enjoy. If not, that's okay. Just don't tell him. Don't tell me either. Try to ask before what's vertical and what's horizontal. So vertical is the stream that like shows up when you're looking at your phone in portrait mode. So like my picture is on top and there's like a cropped game below. That says vertical in the stream title. Like if you go to my YouTube page, there's another one that doesn't say vertical in it that will be in just like the normal full game layout sideways with me green screened in the bottom right corner. So that's what I mean by that. The kind of like normal looking layout versus the one that looks like it's made for a phone. Yeah, all right, take it easy, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesdays, and I'll see you back here tomorrow night. Bye.